Hello and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're already a subscriber, then welcome back to the channel. Just gonna give you a little introduction today. In today's video, it's a little testimonial with one of my clients, Michael, who came to me 4 months ago in order to improve his cycling ability. His goals were to lose some weight, but also to help with that weight loss to improve his cycling ability, to cycle faster, recover quicker, and conquer those climbs with a little bit more ease. So just going to pass you over to our testimonial. Had a little chat about his experience working with me. The audio is a little bit sketchy, so to apologize up front, but I've also popped a transcription of the conversation and the takeaway points that Michael raised in this video in the comments section below, so you can access that for free as well, just if you want a quick read and understand how Mike got on working with me personally one-to-one in order to improve his cycling ability and the big takeaways that he had in order to improve his overall well-being as well. And at the end of it, if you're interested in working with me one-to-one, there also is a link to you can sign up in the comments below as well. There's a couple options that are available to you depending on your needs. And if you want to chat to me one-to-one before signing up, if you've got any questions or reservations, then there'll also be a link so you can book a call with me and we can have a bit of a chat and help you understand what your needs are going forward and how we can best help you achieve those goals going forward in the future. So let's get into today's video, and here is my testimonial with my client, Mike.
Through with you just based on a bit of testimonials and feedback. I just want to check, are you happy for me to use this as promotion in the future? I just want to make sure you're happy with that.
Yeah,
if not, then that's fine.
No problem.
Obviously I don't have to do all the share it if you don't want to. It's completely confidential. So cool. But so we've got a few questions to go through. Just answer them as honestly and as openly as you like, as possible as well. It's all good feedback for me as well when it comes to just how you found the program, any areas that I would like to improve on based on your experience as well. So the more honest you are, the more I can help others in the future as well. So
No problem.
Nothing I'm going to take that, so don't worry about it. So we'll get started, Michael. So in terms of the service itself, how did you find out about the service? What was the process of you finding out?
I found you on Facebook. On Facebook. Yeah.
Did you? I know we had a conversation through Messenger, obviously once we connected a bit, but did you see much of my content before that, or was?
Yeah, I was following it. Yeah, I was following it for a couple of weeks, and it just got me interested.
Yeah, good. And what attracted you to kind of learn more about the services and
I suppose it was a combination of things. My wife had just started the diet at the time. I was conscious of her starting the diet, and I said, look, I could probably do something too, just to lose a couple of kg. And it just happened, the two coincided. I was following you and I saw what you were offering, and I said I'd give it a go.
Yeah, brilliant. And what made you sign up to work with me, on a one-to-one? What is in the setting that we did sort of work together in the end? What was the sort of turning point in terms of you making that commitment?
I think it was just the fact of I something I'd be more inclined to stick to a program and a diet. And it's like a lot of things. Guys at the club were giving me information and stuff before, do this, do that. And with the best will in the world, until you actually sign up for something and commit to it 100%, it's only then that you get the benefit of it. I think you nearly have to pay for something in order to be 100% focused on information and everything else. Do you know what I mean? So it's just the commitment side of it. Once I was signed up, that was it. I was focused.
Yeah, great. Did you have particularly any reservations before starting to work together? Any particular reservations that come to mind before taking that commitment?
I suppose, look, there's a lot of stuff on Facebook. Do you know what I mean? I suppose you kind of might be a little bit apprehensive. Do you know? Just for the fact that you don't know somebody, they're advertising a service. I didn't know you. I had a conversation with you just after. I didn't know you personally, other than what I'd seen on Facebook. So yeah, that was the only thing really, I suppose.
Yeah, good. And particularly, can you describe any particular reservations? And particularly, how did I particularly help you those reservations, if I did in any way, obviously, to make you take that commitment?
Well, I suppose from our first conversation, I actually did feel a bit more relaxed about things. You explained things. You went through what the program was about. Yeah, I actually felt a lot happier than I knew what I was kind of getting myself in for. But yeah, the first face-to-face conversation is important, because it just leaves the first impressions as such like that. Yeah, I was very comfortable after the first conversation.
Yeah, brilliant, Michael. Thank you. And what would particularly when we first started working together, what was your top, say, 2 or 3 goals that you had to work on?
The weight loss was the main thing. I kind of had a set weight loss, and I signed up to the 3-month program, and yeah, that was it was primarily the weight loss.
What was it that you were particularly aiming to lose at the time?
It was about 7 kgs at the time, and I actually lost 5. I suppose from reading other content, watching other people, I suppose I ended up at 82 kgs, kind of 80 was the target. But from where I am now, I'm actually very happy at 82 kgs. As one guy said about something, yes, you can lose a bit extra, but there is no point in walking around all day feeling hungry, feeling miserable, being, just not being yourself, being kind of cranky, on edge with people. Look, I mean, I do enjoy food. That is my downfall. I'll openly admit it. But yeah, I'm actually very happy with where I am now. I think it is a good way for me to sustain, to keep forward. And I kind of said to you from the off that I didn't want any major dietary changes, which I didn't. I cut out a bit of sugar, but apart from that was it. So I think, given the amount of changes I made to my diet, to be able to lose the 5 kg with very, very minimal changes, yeah, I think it was a very good result overall.
Yeah, it's fantastic, Michael. Yeah, brilliant. I mean, that goes into my next question. Can you list off particular any achievements that you had during the time of working together over the last 4 months, alongside the diet as well?
The major benefit was on the bike. I could feel it straight away once I shifted 1-2 kgs on the bike. My average speed increased. I was getting a lot more personal records on local Strava segments that it's very hard to get them on the local segments, which you've been traveling all along. But yeah, you could see it. My average speed went up, got better on the hills. Yeah, there was a huge improvement. But I suppose the fact that I was following the program, I probably built up a bit of muscle as well at the same time.
Yeah, brilliant. What any particular achievements or sort of changes that you benefited from, off the bike as well, in terms of just your general health and well-being?
I I'm trying to think. I mean, the job I'm in, it's pretty active anyway, like, you know, so I'm always on the go. I'm always pulling, I'm always dragging, I'm always lifting stuff. Do you know what I mean? So, honestly, bar the bike, I couldn't say I saw anything. There probably was, but it didn't jump out at me. Do you know, I only kind of see what I'm focused on. I'm focused on the bike,
Yeah.
and I saw the improvements on the bike.
Yeah, yeah. Do you see any sort of changes in your clothes or anything like that? You feel better in your,
Oh,
because all that kind of stuff?
absolutely. The waist size dropped. I actually put 2 more holes on the belt. So the stomach definitely went down.
Yeah, it's
Definitely
good.
went down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, brilliant. And any other sort of achievements or any other sort of take any other sort of take home achievements that you feel you can put your finger on if you want to sum up your overall experience of working with me over the last 4 months?
Well, I think I feel very positive about what I've done. Just mentally, you feel good about yourself. You know you've lost the weight, and you feel better for it. You feel you're doing something to help yourself. You know you're doing the right things. You're doing the right
Yeah,
things, and it will pay off down the line.
yeah, yeah, definitely. And you said you didn't feel there was much you had to change when it comes to your diet. Just explain that a bit more. Do you feel that how we worked together was like your goal was to make it sustainable? In what way do you feel that was achieved in terms of
Well,
how we did that?
as I said to you at the start, I lost weight before on some kind of diet. I even forget. I forget what type it was, but immediately afterwards, the weight went back on. Now, I I said from the off that I wanted to do it in a sustainable way, in a way that I could keep the weight down forward. And as I say, I like my food, and I knew if I did drastic changes to the diet, with my job and everything else, I couldn't go to work fasting, and I couldn't, you know, I I just need the minimum changes to the
Yeah,
diet. Yeah, and it that's what I did. I just cut out sugars, and everything else was more or less the same. My one kind of treat to myself on a Saturday is I do have a fry up on a Saturday. Fry it up every Saturday morning, 1 day a week, consistently.
yeah, that's good. And do you feel that the resources and the support that was provided that helped you with that as well?
Yeah, the check-in sheet, it just made you feel very accountable for what you did over the week.
Yeah,
Yeah, you'd have that in the back of your mind. You'd be very aware of it, about how you were going about the week, and you knew you had to be accountable for what you did, but what your weight was at towards the end of the week.
yeah. So you found that was a real positive in terms of the process that you went through?
Yes, definitely, yes, definitely. I suppose the only thing with the question sheet is, I suppose, the fact that I was with you for 3 months, just kind of towards the end, some of the questions you'd be just kind of looking at, yeah, what were the wins. Towards the end, it was just kind of getting hard just to name a couple of wins when the weight loss had leveled out as such, like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. I think I definitely can see obviously the repetitiveness of it can get a bit exhausting sometimes. But I think the wins section, maybe I need to just elaborate on that in terms of the wins can be anything that you've had within the week, not just weight loss or exercise related. So I think
Yeah,
maybe need to
if it could be widened a little bit more, because you'd be looking at it
explain
and
that.
it
Yeah.
would look like homework, and you'd be drawing a blank. What can I put in there this week?
That's good. And that kind of goes on to the next question. I mean, in terms of how would you like the service to evolve and improve going forward? Any particular things that you found you would like to change or improve to make it easier for you if you were going to repeat the process again?
I'm trying to think now. Possibly just the exercises, just to. I know I did change one or two as we went. Um, Possibly just a little bit more variation in them. Just
Yeah.
a little bit more variation. But again, that was up to me to let you know, which I did on one or two occasions, that I was just finding one or two of them a bit too easy.
Yeah.
Which
good.
I did, and you changed them. Yeah. But
Yeah.
I know you did say to me that you had a set type of exercise just to begin with, just to build things up. And I suppose that was correct. Yeah, I needed to get into it just to start it like that. You actually sent me. I started beginner. I got to the intermediate. I did actually do the advanced.
Mine, yeah. I suppose I definitely feel that you're probably more than capable of doing it. I suppose the way the process was just making sure that you haven't done any kind of resistance training for a while, not to jump in too deep to increase risk of injury, but at the same time, probably for yourself as well, there's probably that confidence of, and maybe me pushing you a bit more, a bit harder to say, let's up it a bit more and increase those gains, which, definitely going to have the option in the new program, because there's going to be the 6 workouts there you can choose from based on your ability. So, so that'd be definitely more advanced for you now based on what you've already sort of gone through as well. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. But yeah, I suppose it's just more a case maybe asking you more questions, ready to, up it a bit more, especially on the strength phase, just to make sure that's being refreshed. So if you were a new client, for example, maybe just asking more questions around the strength training sessions. Would that be right? Just to try and increase it.
Yeah. Just to vary it around and change things.
Yeah. Perfect. And was there anything else that you like to add when it comes to like your whole experience working with me, the results you got, your overall sort of, obviously I'm not sure if you've worked with an online coach before, but has this been your experience of working with an online coach? How has that been, if it has been, or how has it differed from someone else that you might have worked with in the past?
No, it's my first experience of working with a coach online. Working with any coach, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Very, very, very good. And as I say, looking forward to the next program now next week.
Yeah, perfect. And if you had any, if someone came to you and wanted any advice or any recommendations of, potentially working with me in the future, what would your message be to someone sort of on the fence of potentially interested in signing up?
I have already had a phone call from one lad inquiring about it, and I absolutely recommended the program to him. But I kind of said to him that you're accountable at each week, and you have to be 100% committed to go in. There's no point going into it kind of 20-30%. You have to be prepared to do work and be accountable for it. So I sent him on your link, and I said to get in touch with you.
Yeah, it's quite cool. I mean, if regarding that aside, but if you had, if I was someone that you didn't know and was like, I'm interested in working with Neil, what would your sort of final overview of your experience be in terms of the results you got, and just working with me as well? Because it's been, obviously we've got to know each other quite well over the last 4 months, but it's been quite remote, isn't it? We've only caught up a few times as well, so I feel like I've got to know you pretty well in terms of following your process, on Strong, really sort of being connected with you on a weekly basis, even though we've not really caught up like this as often during that time?
No, I mean the whole process has been very positive. Been very positive.
Yeah, brilliant.
It's actually been easy to follow the program. I like the program. I like the way it's presented. The whole way the exercises are laid out. It's perfect for me with the videos. I actually need to look at a video to see how something is done properly. So I found that very good. It's very easy to follow, and yeah, definitely the whole process. Very, very happy with it. Very happy with it. Would have no trouble recommending it.
Yeah, brilliant, Michael. Brilliant. Thanks very much. That's really, really kind of you. The very kind words that you've expressed today. And obviously, one thing I would like to say is that you're the one who put in all the hard work and graft. So I want to congratulate you on the results that you've achieved, how far you've come, and the fact that we've managed to get there together and help you overcome some hurdles that you had along the way as well, to make sure that you've maintained your weight quite consistently now over the last few weeks, haven't you? In terms of not putting that back on which you've had before, and sort of you feel sort of quite comfortable where you are.
I actually feel very comfortable where I am. I feel very comfortable, yeah. And I feel very confident about sustaining it at this level.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Yeah, good. And that's even though I'm there as your coach, you're the one who has to put in all the hard work. So it's still 100% down to your effort and commitment. So congratulations on being such a great example, such a great joy to work with as well. So I really appreciate it, because you're the ideal client, someone that's going to put in 100%. Like you said, I can give you every resource in the world, and every support in the world. If you're not taking action and committing to it, then it can be a little bit wasted, can't it? So
yeah, definitely. But I think from your point of view, to have a quick chat to someone as well, not just take somebody on straight away. I think that works both ways, because you'll get a vibe of how committed the person is. And I suppose it's like anything. Some people just don't fit, and there will be people that you will have a quick chat with and you say, well, look, I think maybe you might not be quite ready for this yet. Maybe come give me a shout again in a couple of months or something like that. So I think the system you have works quite well.
Yeah, brilliant. That's what we want to try to do, is make it a real personal relationship, even though it's virtual and online. We still want to bridge that gap and make sure we're getting to know yourself and other clients that jump on board. So it's not just another number. We're actually taking care of you individually, make sure that your demands are being met alongside other people's demands that can be completely different as well. So yeah, very good.
Yeah, no problem. No problem.
Have you got any closing thoughts? Any other things that you'd like to share? Any things that you'd like to feel that you could be improved on, or any positives you'd like to share? Or
I can't actually think about how it could be improved, to be honest with you. As I say, I like the whole program. I got the results out of it. Yeah, I wouldn't hesitate in recommending it to someone. That's I can't think of anything else, to be honest with you, Neil. Can't think of anything else.
That's right, Mike. No, Michael, yeah, I appreciate it. It's really, really kind of you to take your time out today to do that as well. So really, really appreciate it. So it means a lot. So thank you very much for your kind words, your time, and your effort and your commitment. That's